Look, we have all been there. You're making a sandwich or snacking on the couch, and you feel that heavy gaze. You look down, and there are those big, soulful eyes staring right into your spirit. The puppy dog eyes. It is the most powerful psychological weapon in the world. And your immediate instinct is to say, "Okay, buddy, just one bite." You think you're being a cool dog parent, right? You're sharing the love.
But here is the scary reality. Your kitchen is actually a minefield. We aren't just talking about the obvious stuff like chocolate anymore. There are things in your pantry right now, healthy stuff, innocent-looking snacks, that can turn a normal Tuesday into a life or death emergency vet visit at 3 a.m. Some of these toxins are silent, some are fast, and some are hiding in places you would never suspect, like your healthy peanut butter or that leftover fruit salad.
First up, let's talk about nature's candy, grapes, and their shriveled evil cousins, raisins and currants. This one drives me nuts because it's so confusing. You might be thinking, wait, fruit? Fruit is healthy. I'm being a good dog parent. No, you are playing a dangerous game. See, the scary thing about grapes is that nobody really knows exactly why they're toxic. Science is still kind of shrugging at us. We just know that for some dogs, a handful of grapes causes total kidney failure. And for others, nothing. It's terrifyingly random. I've had clients tell me, "Oh, Buster ate a grape once and he was fine." Yeah, well, Buster got lucky. Don't bet on Buster's luck twice. And raisins? Oh man, raisins are worse. Because they're dried, the toxicity is super concentrated. It takes way fewer of them to cause major issues. We're talking acute kidney injury from a snack box you forgot in your gym bag. So if you're making trail mix or you drop a grape on the kitchen floor, dive for it. Seriously, dive like you're saving the president, because even a small amount can be catastrophic. It's not worth the risk, ever. Just stick to blueberries if you want to be the healthy fruit guy. Blueberries are safe. Grapes are the enemy. All right, let's move on to the savory stuff. The stuff that makes your house smell like heaven. The Allium family. That's fancy talk for onions, garlic, leeks, and chives. Basically the base of everything delicious I cook. Here's the deal. These guys attack your dog's red blood cells. They literally make the cells burst. It causes anemia. And if you've never seen a dog with anemia, you don't want to. They get lethargic, their gums turn pale, and they collapse. It's scary. Now, people usually know about raw onions. You aren't tossing a whole raw onion to your lab, I hope. But the real danger is the hidden stuff. It's the onion powder in the chips, the garlic powder in the baby food. Yeah, check the labels. Or the leftover pizza crust cooked in garlic butter. And here's a fun fact that isn't fun at all. Garlic is about 5 times more toxic than onions, so that tiny bit of garlic bread? Bad idea. Also, the damage can be cumulative, so if he sneaks a little onion ring today and some garlic sauce tomorrow, it adds up, it builds up. So just keep the seasoning on your plate and keep the kibble boring. Boring is safe. Okay, this last one, this is the one that actually keeps me up at night. Xylitol. Sometimes they call it birch sugar now, just to be tricky, so watch out for that. It's an artificial sweetener, and it is everywhere. It's in sugar-free gum, mints, toothpaste, and this is the real heartbreaker, some peanut butters. Yeah, you heard me. The holy grail of dog treats, peanut butter, has been compromised. If you buy the skinny, sugar-free, fancy peanut butter, you need to read that label like your life depends on it, because your dog's life literally does. Here's why it's so nasty. In humans, xylitol is fine, whatever. In dogs, it tricks their body into thinking it ate a massive amount of sugar.
Their body panics, dumps a ton of insulin, and their blood sugar crashes fast. We're talking seizures and liver failure within 30 minutes. It's incredibly potent. A couple of sticks of gum can kill a small dog. It's not a wait-and-see situation. It's a drive straight to the vet immediately situation. So please, check your pantry, check your purse for gum, and for the love of everything, check the peanut butter jar. If it says xylitol or birch sugar, it stays on the top shelf behind a locked door guarded by a dragon. Do not risk it.
Who actually buys macadamia nuts? Serious question. They're like the gold bullion of the nut world. Expensive, hard to find, usually stuck in a cookie you thought was chocolate chip, but surprise, it's a disappointment. But if you're fancy and you have these laying around the house, listen up. These little guys are straight up kryptonite for dogs. And the weirdest part, science doesn't fully know why. We just know they mess dogs up bad. We're talking weakness in the back legs, vomiting, tremors. It's scary stuff. It only takes a tiny amount, too. Like less than an ounce can make a medium-sized dog properly sick. So keep the fancy nuts in the cupboard. Or better yet, just eat chocolate chip cookies like a normal person. Your dog will thank you. Well, they won't thank you. They'll just beg for the chocolate, which is also bad, but we covered that, right? Just no nuts. Okay, next up, raw salmon. Now, I know what you're thinking, but wait, wolves eat fish. My dog is basically a wolf with a better haircut. Yeah, no, stop that. Here's the deal with raw salmon, and trout too, specifically from the Pacific Northwest. It carries a parasite, a nasty little fluke, and inside that parasite is a bacteria. This causes something called salmon poisoning disease. And honestly, the name doesn't do it justice. It sounds like a little tummy ache. It's not. It's fatal. If you don't treat it, your dog is in big, big trouble. We're talking 90% mortality rate if left untreated. That is not a gamble you want to take. It's heartbreaking because it's totally preventable. Cook the fish. Just cook it. Cooking kills the parasite. It's that simple. If you drop a piece of sashimi on the floor, dive for it. Slide across the kitchen floor like sliding into home plate. Do not let them eat it. Canned salmon? Fine. Cooked salmon? Great. Raw river fish? Absolutely not. Let's talk about the millennial holy grail, the avocado. I love them. On toast, in tacos, eaten with a spoon over the sink like a rat at 2 a.m. But for dogs, it's complicated. There's a toxin in avocados called persin. Now, for birds and horses, this stuff is deadly. For dogs, it's mostly okay in the flesh. But here's the catch. The persin is concentrated in the skin, the leaves, and the pit. And some dogs are just more sensitive to it than others. It can cause upset tummies, vomiting, the works. But the real villain here? The pit. That giant, slippery, rock-hard seed in the middle. It is a choking hazard waiting to happen. And if they swallow it, it's a blockage. It's like swallowing a golf ball. That doesn't digest, folks. That gets stuck. And then we're talking surgery to get it out. So is a little guac gonna kill them? Probably not. But is it worth the risk of the pit or the tummy ache? Nah. Save the green gold for your toast. All right, this last one, this is the one that makes me want to pull my hair out. Cooked bones. But he loves to chew. I know he loves to chew. I love to chew gum, but I don't chew glass. And that is basically what a cooked bone is. When you cook a bone, chicken, beef, pork, doesn't matter. It dries out, it becomes brittle, And when your dog chomps down on it, it doesn't snap clean, it splinters into sharp, jagged shards. And those shards, they are like little knives traveling down your dog's throat, into the stomach, and through the intestines. They can puncture the stomach wall, peritonitis, severe infection, internal bleeding. It is a nightmare scenario. And I see it all the time after holidays. Someone gives the dog the ham bone or the turkey carcass. Oh, he's a big dog, he can handle it. No, being big doesn't make your intestines made of steel. If you want to give a bone, stick to raw, recreational bones from a butcher and supervise them like a hawk. Or just buy a nylabone. But please, for the love of everything holy, throw the T-bone steak remains in the trash where the raccoon can get it. Actually, don't do that either. Just bin it securely. Okay, let's get the obvious one out of the way first. I know, you've heard this a million times. Don't feed the dog chocolate. It's practically dog ownership 101. But hang on, because a lot of people don't realize that not all chocolate is created equal. I mean, if your 80-pound lab eats a single M&M that fell on the floor, he's probably just gonna look at you like, is that it? And move on with his life. He'll be fine. But dark chocolate? Baking chocolate? That fancy, bitter 70% cacao stuff that you pretend to like because you're on a diet? That is a whole different ballgame. It's loaded, and I mean loaded, with this stuff called theobromine. It's hard for dogs to process, like really hard. And the darker the chocolate, the more toxic it is. It messes with their heart, it causes seizures, it's a nightmare. We're talking immediate emergency vet visit. So please, keep the good stuff on the top shelf. If you want to share a snack, stick to a carrot. I promise, your dog won't know the difference if you act excited enough about it. Speaking of things that mess with the heart, let's talk about your morning go-go juice. Coffee, tea, energy drinks, pre-workout powder. But for your dog, it is an absolute disaster waiting to happen. Think about it. You know how you feel when you've had one too many espressos? That jittery, heart-palpitating, I can see sounds feeling? Now imagine that happening to a creature that weighs a fraction of what you do and already has zero impulse control. It's scary. Caffeine contains methylxanthines. Yeah, big words, sorry. Which are basically the same toxic compounds found in chocolate. We are talking restlessness, rapid breathing, heart tremors, and muscle fits. And it doesn't take much. A couple of laps from your cold brew or munching on a discarded tea bag can actually be lethal for a small dog. Your dog is chaotic enough without being chemically caffeinated, right? Let them nap. Naps are good. Okay, show of hands. Who got really into baking bread a few years ago? Yeah, me too. But here's the thing about raw yeast dough that terrified me the entire time I was failing at being a baker. If your dog swallows a lump of raw dough, it doesn't just sit there. It's yeast. It's alive. It rises. And where is the perfect, warm, dark environment for dough to rise? Your dog's stomach. It expands like a balloon. It can stretch their stomach out so bad it causes insane pain and can even twist the gut, which, by the way, is a life-threatening emergency called bloat. But wait, it gets worse because I'm full of good news today, right? As the yeast ferments in there, it produces alcohol. So now, not only does your dog have a stomach about to burst, but they are also getting drunk. And not fun drunk. We're talking alcohol poisoning, low blood sugar, seizures, respiratory failure. It is a bizarre double whammy medical emergency from just one ball of dough. So if you are proofing bread on the counter, push it way back, or put it in the oven, turned off, obviously. Do not let the counter surfers get this one. Now, this one hurts my soul a little bit, because peanut butter is the holy grail, right? It's the ultimate bribe. I use it to get dogs to take pills, I stuff it in toys to keep them quiet during Zoom calls. It's magic paste. Most peanut butter is totally fine, it's great. But, and this is a huge flashing neon but, you have to check the label every single time. There is this sweetener called xylitol. Sometimes they call it birch sugar on the label just to be tricky. It's used in a lot of sugar-free or diet peanut butters and gum and mints. For us, it keeps the calories down. For dogs, it is terrifyingly toxic. I'm not exaggerating. Even a tiny amount causes a massive insulin spike that crashes their blood sugar in minutes. They can get weak, collapse, and it destroys their liver cells. It happens fast. If you see xylitol or birch sugar, put it back. Or eat it yourself, but do not let it anywhere near the dog. Stick to the basic stuff, just peanuts and salt. If the ingredients list looks like a chemistry exam, maybe skip it.
We all love sharing a crisp apple slice with Fido, right? Crunch, crunch. It's adorable. It makes us feel healthy. But here's the thing. You gotta stop before you get to the middle. The core, the pits. That's where things get dicey. See, apple seeds and cherry pits, they contain cyanide. Yeah, the spy movie poison. I know. You're sitting there thinking, wait, I gave my dog a core once and he didn't explode. And look, one seed probably won't take down a Great Dane, but toxins accumulate, and dogs, they crunch everything. If they crack those seeds open with those powerful jaws, the poison gets released into their system. It is just not worth the risk, folks.
So treat them like toddlers. Just slice the good stuff off and toss the rest. I learned this the hard way. Not with a dog, thank goodness. But let's just say I once panicked over a fruit salad incident that I don't want to talk about. But seriously, cherries too. The fruit, fine, tasty. The pit, choking hazard plus a mini poison factory. It's a double whammy of please don't. Cut it up, remove the hard bits, keep the vet bills low and the tail wags high. Simple as that. Okay, put the phone down for a sec. Look at me. Listen to me. This next one, it's the ninja assassin of dog toxins. Chewing gum. Specifically, anything sugar-free. There's this stuff called xylitol in there. Sounds like a sci-fi villain, acts like one too. For us humans, it keeps the dentist happy and the calories down. But for your dog, it is catastrophic. It crashes their blood sugar so fast, it'll make your head spin. We're talking seizures, liver failure, and it happens quick. I'm not trying to scare you. Actually, yes, I am. I am absolutely trying to scare you. You have to be a label reader. You have to be paranoid. If you see xylitol or even birch sugar, yeah, they're rebranding it now just to keep us on our toes. Keep it on the top shelf, locked away. If your dog eats gum, don't wait. Don't Google it, just go. Go to the vet. Run. Because this stuff does not mess around, and neither should you. All right, brace yourselves. We're entering the war zone. Raw meat. I can hear the comment section typing already. But wolves eat raw meat. Yeah, but your pug Muffin lives on a memory foam pillow and fears the vacuum cleaner. He's not exactly a wolf. Here's the deal. I'm not saying you can't feed raw. Plenty of people do it successfully, but you have to be so careful. Grocery store meat, it's meant to be cooked. It can have salmonella, E. coli, stuff that might not kill your dog immediately, but it turns them into a germ factory that spreads it to you and your kids. Plus, let's talk bones. Cooked bones are a death trap. They splinter and puncture insides. Never, ever feed cooked bones. Raw bones are generally safer, but teeth can still break. It's risky business. If you want to go raw, please talk to a nutritionist. Don't just throw a raw chicken breast in the bowl and call it a day. You gotta balance the nutrients. Otherwise, Muffin ends up with weak bones and a tummy ache. It's not just natural, it's science. Do your homework. Or just stick to the high-quality kibble. Muffin won't know the difference, I promise. Okay, let's talk about the controversial one, raw eggs. I can already hear the typing in the comments section. But Dave, my wolf dog ancestors ate raw eggs in the wild. Yeah, well, your wolf dog ancestor also slept in the freezing snow and didn't have a heated memory foam bed, Susan. Look, I've been there. But here's the deal. It's not that the egg itself is pure poison, it's the risk. We're talking salmonella, E. coli, the nasty bacterial stuff that can wreck your dog's gut just as fast as it wrecks yours after that questionable gas station sushi. And there's this enzyme called avidin. Sounds like a villain from a bad sci-fi movie, right? Basically, it messes with how they absorb biotin. If your dog eats raw eggs all the time, their skin gets gross, their coat starts looking like an old moth-eaten rug, and trust me, nobody wants that. Just cook the egg, scramble it, boil it. It takes 2 minutes. Your dog doesn't care if it's over easy or hard-boiled. They just want the snack. So save yourself the vet bill and the potential food poisoning cleanup on your nice white carpet. Just cook the thing. It's safer. Next up on the things I wish I didn't have to say list, salt. And look, I'm guilty, I am. You're watching a movie, you're eating popcorn, the dog gives you those big, sad anime eyes, and you toss a kernel. One popcorn? Fine. But we gotta draw the line at the bag of chips, or the pretzels. Salt is everywhere, and dogs, they can't handle it like we can. I mean, my doctor says I can't handle it either, but that's a problem for another day. For dogs, it's serious. Too much salt leads to excessive thirst and urination, which is fun for nobody involved. But it gets way darker. Sodium ion poisoning. Sounds terrifying because it is. We're talking vomiting, diarrhea, tremors, fevers, and even seizures. It messes up their electrolytes big time. It's heartbreaking to see and totally preventable. So if you drop a potato chip, don't dive for it like a Secret Service agent. One chip won't kill them, but don't let them lick the bottom of the pretzel bag. Keep the salty snacks for your own guilty pleasure time, and give the dog a carrot or something. They don't know the difference. Actually, they do, but they'll get over it. All right, let's talk fruit, specifically the pits. Peaches, plums, cherries. But fruit is healthy, you say. It's nature's candy. Yeah, well, nature is also full of bears and quicksand, so let's relax. The flesh of a peach, delicious, safe. The pit in the middle? First off, it's a choking hazard. I've had to do the puppy Heimlich. It is not a graceful maneuver, let me tell you. It's panic and slobber and just a bad Tuesday. But chemically, these pits contain amygdalin. When your dog chews on that pit, and they will chew it because they chew on my drywall, it breaks down into cyanide. Yes, cyanide, like old school spy movie poison. It stops their blood from carrying oxygen properly. You might see red gums, dilated pupils, or them struggling to breathe. It happens fast. So if you have a fruit tree in the yard, you need to be on patrol. Pick up the fallen fruit. If you're sharing a snack, slice it up. Don't just toss the whole peach and hope they spit out the seed. They aren't that smart. I love them, but they aren't. If your dog ingests any of these items, immediate action is crucial. You should immediately remove the remaining food, gather details on the quantity eaten, and call a veterinarian or poison control center without delay. Do not induce vomiting unless specifically instructed by a professional, as this can sometimes cause further injury or aspiration. Be particularly alarmed by xylitol. often in gum or peanut butter, grapes, raisins, dark chocolate, and yeast dough, as these are highly toxic and require emergency intervention to prevent liver or kidney failure. Beyond immediate toxicity, many items on this list pose significant physical risks or long-term health complications that require professional oversight. Cooked bones in fruit pits are major hazards because they can splinter or cause life-threatening intestinal blockages, while onions and garlic cause blood damage that may not be visible for days. Raw proteins like salmon and eggs carry risks of dangerous bacteria or parasites, and even peanut butter must be checked strictly for artificial sweeteners. Because reactions vary based on the dog's weight and the dose consumed, consulting a vet is the only way to ensure your pet's safety.